You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps, and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hello and welcome to the Unstoppable Actors podcast. I'm so excited you have come across this episode because we are going to be deep diving into how you can feel completely prepared, connected and confident in every single one of your roles. It is so important that we feel these things because when you do, your screen presence and stage presence improves drastically and you become so watchable and your performances become so interesting and people can't take their eyes off you, and that's when you start getting cast more regularly. I want to remind you that we have got applications open for the summer 10-week method acting program, which delves into a very rarely taught method acting technique called objects of attention, which will really help you stop overthinking your performances, and it'll show you where to put your focus to unlock a genuine emotion, the character, and living through the scene. Now, in the summer 10-week method acting program, we've got something called the Actor's Journal, and you get it for free. And I want to talk you through the Actor's Journal in this episode because it is the tool that our actors keep coming back to, and they use it for every single character they ever play, even years after they've finished their training with us, because it works and it allows them to feel very inspired. It allows them to make bold, interesting choices with their character that makes them stand out. They feel confident in themselves and they feel like they have done everything that they can possible to breathe life into the character. So if you want to apply for the summer 10-week method acting program and you want to get the Actor's Journal for free, all you need to do is go and click the link underneath the episode where you've pressed play. I've left the link there for you. So the Actor's Journal came about maybe 12 years ago, 13 years ago, and I was rehearsing a stage play, Oliver, with my acting students. And Oliver is a very challenging play because the characters are very, very complex. They've got a lot of depth to them. Our students at the time really wanted to do more character preparation between the rehearsals, but they didn't know what they were doing. So each week I would set them some little tasks to do, some little exercises to do in their own time, some things to think about with the character. And I started to notice that when they were doing these exercises, they would then come to the next rehearsal, not only feeling more confident, but they were able to connect to the character much quicker, much deeper. And the scene started to come to life in a way where when they weren't doing these exercises, it wasn't. So prior to using these exercises that I was giving them between the rehearsals, the scenes were quite flat and they were literally relying on me to tell them who the character was and how to play them. And I don't advocate for that. I don't encourage that as an actor, because what that does is it trains you into becoming what I call a puppet actor. So that means the director has to tell you who the character is and you simply just do what they're saying. And that's not creative. That's not you putting your artistic stamp on a character, and it's not you producing your own unique work. And what I'm a big advocate of is you as an actor being able to stand on your own 2 feet, take a character and see something in that character that other actors haven't and put your stamp on it. And this is what the Actor's Journal started to do. And the performances were absolutely mesmerising. I literally could not take my eyes off of them. Now, here's the problem. When an actor is first presented with a script, the common scenario is that they just don't know where to start when building the character, because it seems very, very overwhelming. I myself have experienced this as well. And when I went to the Actors Studio a good number of years ago, one of the 3 presidents, Helen Burstyn, who's an Academy Award-winning actress and has got an incredible career behind her, would also freak out with every script that she was given, even though she knows what she's doing, she would have that initial freak out of what am I going to do to connect to this character? So we all have that. It doesn't matter whether you're in Hollywood and have won loads of awards and have a CV as long as my arm, or whether you're just starting out with acting, we all have that little freak out when we first get given a script. So what happens with new and early career actors is that they end up jumping straight into the lines. Like they try and make the lines sound real, and they'll start rehearsing and practicing the lines sounding real, or they will get the scene up on its feet straight away and try to play out the emotions and feel them and force them. And what happens there is the performances become very surface level, or there's no connection at all, or there'll be very hit and miss, inconsistent connection. So you might find one rehearsal you're connecting, and then the next rehearsal it's gone and you don't know what you did, and it's because there's not a reliable technique behind you. So this is where the actor's journal comes in. So what is it? It is a journal, as it says in the title, but it's a guided tool that breaks down the entire character preparation process into bite-sized, playful, powerful ways. So some of you might have heard of creating a backstory for your character, and you think, oh yeah, if I create a backstory for my character, then I've done the preparation. But it goes beyond that. The actor's journal is more than just a backstory. It is your character's emotional DNA. It's their imprint. And we have loads and loads of prompts inside of the actor's journal that get your imagination fired up, that get you thinking beyond the words that you're reading in the script, and get you to think about the character's life away from the scenes, which is what a lot of new and early career actors forget. So we dive deep into things such as what your character wants to hide from the world, what their contradictions are, because all humans have contradictions. We're not just one thing, we're all a big walking, talking contradiction. We figure out what their emotional spine is, how they express things like manipulation, shame, desire, joy, how you as the actor relate to them. And the reason it is so powerful and it works is because, as I've already said, it's fueling your imagination up and it's getting you to think outside the box, but it's also bridging the gap between you and the character. So we can get the crossovers between you and the character. We can get you to start to get so engaged with this character and so connected to them and so invested in them that now it's just a no-brainer that you can connect to them, and it's rooted in method acting principles like personalization, character substitution, imaginative play, spontaneous improv. And what happens is you can then build a walking, talking, breathing human and not a caricature. Because what tends to happen is if an actor is cast as, let's say, a mafia mobster, the temptation is to play a caricature of that and just play the mobster. But one of the stories that I've told on the podcast a number of times is how when you watch Marlon Brando in Godfather playing Vito Corleone, he is a mafia mobster. You don't just see that side of him. You see the side of him who is the loving granddad. You see the side of him who is the family man with big values around family. You see the side of him who likes animals, when he's stroking the cat in that opening scene. So you're seeing more than just a mafia mobster. But if you just go in to play that mobster or that gangster, you are playing a caricature. So we want you to think beyond the main identity of the character and find the depths of them. And that's what the actor's journal does. What then happens for you is you've got this living, breathing character with all these little quirks to them, the way they bite the lip when they're frustrated, the way they throw the head back when they're annoyed, the way they might giggle in a particular way when they're really excited, or storm out of a room when they're frustrated, or stare at someone intensely when they've got a hyper focus on them. Like, you find all of these little quirks and nuances, but then you're able to live through the scene rather than survive it, rather than wonder whether you're going to connect this time or not. So it also gives you the confidence that what you've done is prepared like a professional, even if you are relatively new to acting. And the casting panel absolutely love this. Directors are really intrigued by our acting students from standby when they've used the actor's journal, because what happens is once you've been given it in the 10-week method acting program, you then get to keep it for life, and our actors will then take it on set with them, or take it to their audition, or take it to rehearsals if it's a stage play. And directors will always ask them, what is this? And they'll say, oh, it's just my actor's journal. And then they're like, what is an actor's journal? And then our students will tell them what it is and how they've prepped. And the directors are always completely blown away because they've never seen an actor prep in this way before. So then what that's doing, if we think about the longevity of your acting career, is not only have you pleased the director in the first place and given them what they needed to get cast in the first instance, but now you are cementing yourself in their mind as an actor that they can trust and rely upon. And our actors often end up getting cast again by the same directors, just in different productions, because of the work they're producing, which is rooted in the actor's journal. So I want to share with you a couple of our students who have really raved about this. And the first one is Rachel. Rachel shared in our private Facebook group, woohoo, I got the role. He said that he didn't want to see anyone else and that I was perfect for the role. They also said it was clear I attended a school because of all the character prep. They said they were really impressed I'd learned all the lines and got the character down to the body language and the small mannerisms. #method success. So Rachel is one of those actors who constantly uses the actor's journal beyond the training. She doesn't train with us anymore, and it's something that's helped her land lots of roles. And then there's Evie. Evie said, Louise pushes and teaches you in a way you learn to think for yourself as an actor, never telling you how to perform, but instead finding ways to help you unlock sides of your talent you hadn't yet discovered. She has guided and helped me prepare for some of my toughest performances, and the skills she's passed on to me are ones I believe I will use throughout my whole career. Standby is acting's hidden gem, and Evie is one of those actresses who uses the actor's journal as well. And yeah, it just gives you that confidence in yourself and the belief in yourself that you are worthy of playing this role, because I know a lot of actors also suffer from imposter syndrome and sometimes think, oh, I'm going to get found out that I'm a fraud. But when you use the actor's journal, that overrides all of those worries. I would love to give you the actor's journal because it is such a game changer. The only way to get the actor's journal is by joining the Summer 10-Week Method Acting Programme. It's not for sale separately. It's only gifted to students in the programme. And once you're in there, it is yours to use forever with every single character that you play. So applications close on Wednesday, the 9th of July, and the course starts on Wednesday, the 23rd of July. It's online, so you can be from anywhere in the world to train on it. We have students all over the world, from the UK, the US, all over Europe, and the journal is just one of many tools that you will walk away with from that summer method acting program, as well as the confidence and the skills to be able to start up leveling your craft and career. So if you want your prep to feel exciting, you want your performances to feel real, and you actually want your career to finally feel like it's moving forwards, then this program is going to be the game changer for you. So all you need to do is go to that link that I've left underneath where you've pressed play and complete the application form. You are literally one class away from changing everything. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode, and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.